When you attach your X4 to a selfie stick or a camera mount, it's really easy to accidentally change the camera settings or change the shooting mode, and you can then end up shooting in the wrong mode and messing up your shots. You can avoid this easily simply by locking the screen. So swipe down from the top of the LCD screen and select this padlock icon here. But even if you've done this, sometimes it's still easy to accidentally record in single lens mode instead of 360 mode because the icons are exactly the same. So remember that in single lens mode you'll see black borders at the top and the bottom of your screen, and in 360 mode the image fits the entire screen. And if you want to look around your 360 image, you can do that by moving your finger around the screen itself. Or if you just want to quickly look at the front and the back camera, you can switch between them using this icon here. The Q button on the side of the camera gives you quick access to your favourite settings and your favourite shooting modes. You can save them under headings such as biking, skiing, car, etc. And you can add more presets by pressing the plus icon here. And you can edit the settings by selecting the pencil icon here. And you can add a total of 10 presets altogether. Quick Capture has been updated with the X4 and it's now more useful than ever because you can change what setting it records in. With Quick Capture turned on, you can press record when the camera is off and the camera will switch on and start recording straight away. So swipe down from the top of the screen and select the rocket icon here. Once selected, you can then change the shooting mode, the resolution and other parameters underneath. It takes 4 seconds for the camera to turn on and start recording. Also in the shortcut menu, when you first get your camera, you're going to want to change some of the camera settings. The first thing that I'd want to change is how quickly the camera goes into sleep mode and turns the screen off. So swipe down and across to settings and change screen auto sleep to 3 minutes, or you can select never. Remember, you can always send the screen to sleep manually by quick pressing the on button. And a bit further down, I usually set auto power off to 15 minutes. Another really useful feature in the shortcut menu is gesture mode. Now I did think this was a bit gimmicky first of all, but it's actually really useful. Select it and then you can start recording a video with a wave of your hand, or you can take a photo with a peace sign. It's great for taking selfies and also recording video when the camera is slightly out of reach. And it makes recording more efficient because you don't have to start recording and then quickly get the camera into position, which wastes time and space on your memory card. Even though 8K will give you the highest resolution on the X4, it may not always be the best choice. In an overcast, dull day and in lower light situations, you may get better results by shooting in 5.7K. But also you can choose 5.7K plus if your phone is struggling with the larger 8K files. This will give you smaller files and increased battery life compared to 8K and better quality images compared to 5.7K. But there is another feature that you can use if your phone or your desktop computer is struggling with these larger files, and that's to use proxy files. On the app you can select proxy mode at the top, and in the studio you can select proxy mode here when you set up a project. Proxy files will use lower resolution files while you edit, but they won't affect your final image quality when you export. But my favourite shooting mode with the X4 is 5.7K 60 frames per second, because this means I always have the option of using slow motion if I want to. But remember, if you don't want to use slow motion and you've shot at 60 frames per second, then you don't need to. You can just play your clip back without adjusting the speed and it will play back normally. Also remember that if you're recording your voice for a vlog or other critical sound, that you may not want to use slow motion anyway, because otherwise your voice will sound like this. But no matter what resolution you decide to shoot in, I would suggest using 128 or 256GB memory cards, because I think personally this safeguards your footage more. If you shot on a 1TB card and you lost it, or it gets damaged, or you lose your camera, that's a lot of footage all gone. Use shorter cards and buy more of them and back them up to your phone and your computer as soon as possible. And never delete your cards until everything is backed up, ideally twice. Shooting in me mode used to be about only recording yourself, but now in me mode you can record what you're looking at as well as a POV shot. You simply hold the camera out in front of you on a selfie stick, the camera will then record and automatically reframe your shot, and it's usable straight away. One thing to bear in mind when you're shooting this POV style shot is that you have to keep your camera further back from your subject, otherwise it will affect your stitch line. The X4 is heavier than the X3, so if you use your X4 on an extended selfie stick, there will be more bend, and there's a good chance that the bend will show up in your final shot. One tip to help avoid this is rotating the camera and the stick so that the lenses are facing towards the sides and not facing upwards and downwards. And this way, when you move the stick up, the bend will get hidden more in the camera stitch line. It doesn't work every time, but it does help a lot with some shots. If you want a longer selfie stick, but you don't want the inconvenience of carrying around the bulky extended selfie stick, and you don't necessarily need 3 meters, then a great alternative is from the sponsors of this video, Best360. Their newest selfie stick opens to the same length as a monopod at 151 centimeters, but it's so much more compact and slimmer than a monopod, and it's super lightweight and much more portable. The stick has a friction design, so you can just extend it to any length from its closed position at 34 centimeters to fully extended at 150. And the unique feature is that the thread on the end is pinned to the stick, so it won't fall off like some of the other sticks that have been glued. I've been using this as my main selfie stick for the last 6 weeks, and it really is a game changer. I've left a link to the stick below, so check it out and let me know what you think. When you reframe your 360 videos in the app or in the studio, if you want a super wide angle shot with minimal distortion, then try Mega View. But if you want a super wide 170-degree field of view shot and you don't want to use 360 mode, you can shoot in single lens mode, select free frame video, and then select max view field of view. This field of view is massive but does have distortion, so if you don't want distortion in your shots, then you can choose de-warp instead. If you're pushed for time and you want a quick editing solution, then try the new AI edit. This will reframe your shots and join them together and add music in minutes. It does a pretty good job, and it's much better than your footage just sitting on your memory card doing nothing. Make sure that when you're attaching your lens guards to your X4 that the blue marker lines up here, as this will ensure that the lens guard is secured properly. The lens guards that come with the camera are plastic and will get marked and scratched easily, so keep a lens cloth on you at all times if you want to use them. Clean the camera lens, then the inside of the lens guard, and then once attached and you're ready to shoot, then clean the outside. And for best image quality, I'd suggest not using the lens guards where possible. But the lens guards are really useful for protecting your lenses whilst you're attaching your camera to a camera mount or to a selfie stick, because when you're doing this, this is the most vulnerable time for your camera and when you're most likely to drop it. Simply take them off when you're ready to shoot. And the lens hood is a must-buy accessory that fits over the camera with the lens guards attached. And in my opinion, it's much better than using the soft pouch that comes with the camera. And for more must-have X4 accessories you want to watch this video next, let me know in the comments which is your favourite tip, and I'll see you in the next video.